In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a fall flower wreath using the bicycle wheel frame from Dollar Tree and deco mesh from Craft Outlet. Before I get into the tutorial, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up because it helps push my videos out for other people who want to learn how to make flower wreaths. Also, don't forget to save this video and share it with your friends. You'll need the bicycle wheel frame, 24 10x10 pieces of the two-tone moss green gold deco mesh, 36 10x10 pieces of two-tone orange copper deco mesh, 36 10x10 pieces of gold yellow deco mesh. I got all my mesh from Craft Outlet. You'll need zip ties, elastics, and you can get these at Dollar Tree or Walmart, the center for your flower. I have a short tutorial on my YouTube channel showing how I made this center. Floral pins to attach to your center so you can attach this to the frame. You need wire cutters or a cable tie gun and pliers to pull your zip ties. A glue gun and glue sticks to attach the floral pin to your foam. A placemat for the back of your wreath when you're finished with it. I got this from Dollar Tree. They have them in different colors. You'll need 24 zip ties because we have 24 petals, but we're going to put 2 petals together on one of the 12 bars, and it takes 2 zip ties per bar to attach the petal. You've got your moss green gold deco mesh. You want it curled up like this. You want the factory edge up here in the upper left hand corner and down here in the lower right hand corner, and the raw edges opposite. And you bring the top and the bottom tip together to meet and walk it in. Then pull it around like that, flip it over, and then I like to pull mine to a tip. Make sure I get this the way I like it. I can be a little picky. Get my elastics over here. Well, if I can get a hold of that. And put an elastic on it. Now I'm going to take my second piece, do the same thing, factory edges, top tip, bottom tip, meet, walk in, and pull up. Now I'm going to take the first one and tuck it in between and then pull them all together up like this. Get an elastic and attach to hold this while I get my zip ties ready to put on the frame. Now it takes 2 zip ties because one zip tie will level out the other zip tie to cause the petal to be straight. If I don't use 2 zip ties, then the petals will be lopsided. So we'll take the zip tie, go across like this. You want to keep it as a diagonal. Take your nub of your petal and tuck it in there. Your pliers and pull it. You can use clippers, or if you have a cable gun. I keep forgetting I have a cable gun. I always grab for my clippers. So we're gonna take the other zip tie and cross it over the first zip tie. Clip that off. That is how we're doing the first row of petals, and then I'll come back and show you how we're going to do row 2, 3, and 4. When I get to the last petal of a row, I will take the raw edge and tuck it under the petal that was already on there, the factory edge. Now the second and third row are going to be the same. You'll need 12 zip ties for the second row. We're going to do the orange first, and we want, if I can get room here, make some room. And we want the factory edge in the upper left hand and the factory edge in the lower right hand. Going to take the top and bottom and meet, walk it in, and we're going to twist it. Lay the front over the back petal. Get an elastic to hold this while we make the yellow petal. And we're going to do this the same way. Factory edge, raw edge. bottom and top tip, bottom and top tip meet, and then walk it in, twist. Now, I learned this twist petal from Michelle of A Noble Touch. So I've got the two separate petals, and I'm going to put them in the same zip tie like this. I'm going to take my zip tie, put it through around the bar. Take my two petals and tuck them through the zip tie. So I put these two, and I want the yellow over the orange. And I did, before I forget, I did cut my mesh with my wood burner. Okay, so I've got this on here. I'm going to flip it over and show you. Here's the nub of the previous petal, and I just make it snug. Just tuck it snug in right here. And in the next row, I will tuck these nubs snug into that, and then so on. So that's all I do, unless I get a little OCD about it. So row 2 and 3 are going to be like this, all 24 of them. So I'm going to finish these rows, and I'll come back and show you how I'm doing the last row. For the fourth row, we're only using the gold yellow. So I was wrong about how many of the two-tone orange I had cut. I'm only using 24 of the two-tone orange and 36 of the yellow. The petal, just like the other petals, factory edge here and down here, raw edges here, curled up. Bring top tip and bottom tip to meet, lock it in, twist, and then put an elastic on it to hold it. Now to put it on the frame, I already have the zip tie on there. Just slide that nub in the zip tie and pull it. So easy. And clip that off. So I'm going to put all of this row on, and I'll come back and we'll do the center and the back. With the fourth row, I did something a little different. I pulled the nubs through the spokes, and what that does is that kind of turns the petals a little sideways and causes them to flare out more. I think it makes it look like fire, but the only thing is I didn't take into account how the petals would flare out where I've done all of them, the twist petal, because usually I only do the last row of twist petal. So the center, I think, is going to be a bit too big for it. I don't know. I'm going to put it on, and I'm not going to pull it as tight as I can. See what it looks like. If I don't like it, I can always change it out. Not a big deal. Now I want to show you, using a measuring tape, how these end up spaced out. I didn't purposely measure them out as I was putting them on, but as you can see, I take the measuring tape to the bar here, and it's about 2 inches to that zip tie, and around 4 inches to that zip tie, and then that zip tie comes to about 5 inches. And each of them are like, I guess I'm just used to doing it, and it automatically ends up that way. But I went ahead and I put the zip tie on the frame. I just went straight across in 2 spaces. Then I'm going to take this, get my zip tie, slide a zip tie through that I already glued in there. Then take the end of this zip tie and slide it through the zip tie I've got on the frame. I can get a hold of the zip tie on the frame. And then I'll use this to pull. See, I needed the one loose on the frame to pull that through. Now I need to decide how tight I want to pull that. I can pull this. I'm still going to have to pull the one on the frame. Pull the one on the frame. Tight. Let's see if I need to pull the one on the disc any tighter. After hanging this up and looking at it, I decided I don't like this center. So I'm going to clip this off, and I'm going to make a different center for this flower. This is a center I decided to use on this flower. I painted this center using the acrylic pouring method. I went on ahead and I put a floral pin in the center the best I could and added some glue to it to hold it in there to make sure it's secure. And I've already got a zip tie on the frame. You can see I just stuck it through straight across and then started zipping it. I'm going to take a zip tie, slide it through this floral pin, and then slide it through this zip tie and start zipping it. Then I'm going to use my pliers and pull it. And then clip it off. Now I'm going to flip it over and tighten the zip tie that's on the frame to pull that tighter. That tight. Put that off. Make sure I got this. I need to adjust the petals a little bit and just pull them, the last row, down to make sure that there aren't any gaps that can be seen. So I've got that fixed there. Now we're going to put the backing on it using the placemat from Dollar Tree. I take 4 zip ties and just put them through the placemat and then around the frame. Now I'm going to start zipping the ones that are straight across from each other at the same time to try to keep the backing even so it doesn't go over one side more than the other. That one's a little lopsided, but it'll still work. What I use to hang this, I use this jute string that I got from Hobby Lobby. I just cut a little bit of this off. Take the ends, tie them in a knot. And then thread it through the frame and then thread that through one end through the other. And there is how you hang it. That's the flower. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned something from this video. And if you did, leave me a comment below to let me know what you learned. And if you watched it all the way, leave me an orange heart to let me know that you watched my video all the way. Until next time, bye everyone.